The devs did a lovely, lovely stream for us yesterday. If you missed it, we'll go over it now. If you saw it, I'm still gonna go over it now. Just gonna do my take and my opinions and my fears and my hopes and my dreams and my tears and all of that. You know, all the great things. I was surprised. So I didn't catch the beginning of the stream yesterday. I was surprised about the hold on. Sorry. I was surprised about the 2 new cards. I just expected this only to be adjustments and like buffs and nerfs. I didn't expect new cards. I also didn't expect any changes to path yet. I thought that was going to come later. So that's cool. This is 4.1 patch and these are the goals. I'm so excited. I'm really, really, really happy. I can't express, like, I'm really happy with the game. Starting off with the nerfs. Is it enough? I don't know. They didn't address her ephemeral, what is it? When she strikes as ephemeral and she gets recalled, they didn't really address or change or adjust or that or anything. She is just -1 power, which, I mean, Troll Chant now makes her miss a strike so she doesn't recall, so she could be out that way. I don't know. I think it's still really powerful. I don't know if people are gonna play it as much because people see one change and they're like, dead card, I'm done, on to the next thing. Also, this is nice because of the change that they did do to Quietus, because she's now in range of being killed from Quietus. The rework to Quietus is no longer targeting units with a set amount of attack. It's a total power of... It's the total power and health of 4 or less. So, Katarina now fits into this. So she could just get deleted, like when you play her, just hit her with a quick little Quietus. I love it. I love it. I really, really, really enjoyed this adjustment that they did to Quietus. It's nice. I don't know if this card is gonna be played as much anymore, to be honest. Old Quietus is best. I really like this change. I really, really like this change. I particularly like the fact that, like, you can have something that isn't in range of Quietus, and then, like, with a block or a damage spell, it then gets put into Quietus range, as opposed to just singling out, like, the attack of a unit. I really, really did not like how powerful Quietus was, you know? I didn't like it. It felt bad. It felt so bad to play your Braum, and then it just died. It just died. I'm a very big fan of Braum, but there's actually a lot of people. There's a lot of units that now, like, are rejoicing in this. My 1 mana spell isn't OP enough. The thing is, like, it's still good. Like, it doesn't kill Braum on sight, but then say Braum pulls something that does 3 damage. Braum is right back into Quietus ability. It's just not as good as it was, and I like that. I like that. Speaking of Quietus, I just wanted to, you know, throw in the little diagram that I went way too deep in, figuring out what champions' base stats die to Quietus now. All of these down here are what used to die to Quietus and are now currently saved. Like, literally 4 costs are rejoicing. Like, the change to Quietus saved 4 cost champions. It just did. It just did. And also, I already explained this earlier, but, like, for anybody who's new or just popping in, this is the bare minimum base level stats. It's unlikely for some of these, you know, to be within Quietus range, but say you catch a silence, like, your 7/7 Gnosis is back to 2/2 with one silence. I get that it's more cards for it to be able to target it, but I just went off of like base stats for consistency reasons, not issues, reasons. Formidable is probably like the most happy group out of the Quiet Exchange. All the formidable units, the champion to every single unit, rejoices in their 0 statted attack. Oh my gosh, Alawi. I like this change. I like the change to being 4. He's not gonna come like out onto the board as soon. Well, not. I mean, you can only play him on turn 5, but like you're not gonna have him in hand as soon, you know? It's nice. It slows it down a bit, you know? Just slows down the opponent getting their canes, which I like. I don't know how impactful that's gonna be. We'll have to see with the upcoming patch. We'll just have to see. The devs said it felt significant, so gotta take their testing on it, and then we'll see how it goes. I don't think many people are gonna be like. I think once the patch goes out, people are gonna be branching elsewhere and changing the meta. It's not gonna be Katarina and Aatrox everywhere, you know? Speaking of Aatrox, he's actually gonna do what he said he would do. You now need to play different Darken for it to summon him. I don't remember who said it last night in the stream, but it was saying like he kind of ignored that, and if you played the same one over again, like he still would get summoned. So he actually works as intended now, and you have to play 3 different ones, which I love. You can't just replay the same thing. It's so much better. Please delay him more. I'm kind of sad they didn't touch on the health aspect for him, or the healing. Like the heal on summon, and the heal on block, and the heal on strike. But you know what? It's fine. I'll take what I can get. It's a start. Maybe if he stays too you know, dominant, they'll look into adjusting it. One could just hope. I have hopes and dreams. This one hurt me. This one hurt my feelings. You just run 3 Aatrox again. This one hurt my feelings. It doesn't change much in the aspect of open attacks, because it's focus, so you can open attack to it, but you can't burst out blockers. You can't. It hurts. It hurts. No more burst speed 2/2 blockers. Exactly. Nerfing both champs feels like a good start. It does, Royce. It really does. I kind of wanted them nerfed into the ground, but I realized why the devs wouldn't want to do that. You know, it's fine. People can have hopes and dreams. Yeah, so in one aspect, this really hurts, and then in the other aspect, this is like, okay, this is deserved. Yeah, but my heart. So you can still do open attack and focus out your tentacles, but like, say you're blocking, or say you're playing like actually Alawi and you were trying to hold on to that 5 mana to see if you wanted to do this or do something else. You don't have that decision to burst out 2 more anymore. It's you gotta pre-commit it if you want to use it. On the plus side though, my pirate matchups will not be able to burst out blockers. I can focus speed my +2 attack, and they can't burst out blockers. I didn't think about this. This is probably not even the mindset that the devs were thinking of. I think they said they tuned this down because of Alawi buffs that are incoming. We'll see those in a second. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. 3 damage instead of 4 damage. You still do 1 damage to all the enemies. Yeah, Jinx is still strong. It's just not a 1 mana decimate and deal 1 to, you know, all the all the enemies. Of course there's Jinx nerfs. This isn't even like in terms of being nerfed, like this isn't even that bad. I think that one day, you know, Super Mega Death Rocket should be 0 mana, but that's just my personal opinion. I just want her completely broken. I just want her absolutely broken. But no, this is perfectly fine for her. And you can get this every turn still. It's fine. She is still strong. This part is, this hurt a lot of people. This hurt a lot of people. The, hold on. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. All the pictures are on there if you would like to see. Okay. The subtle change over no mana to 1 mana is huge. It's one mana, but it's huge. You can no longer turn 2 get 2 elusives, and I love that. Unless you saved your mana for the first one, but then like you can't do a play on turn 1 and then do this on turn 2. You need to save that mana turn 1. I love this. I love this. I know a lot of people are hurt over this, but like, honestly, it's about time that Poro Cannon got hit. Poro Cannon, not even like even outside of Jinx, like this has been strong. Jinx Echo, bro, Jinx Echo caught no, I mean, I guess they caught like this one less Nexus damage. But when I played Jinx Echo, it wasn't even Jinx that was killing me. It was Echo and his rallies. Jinx Echo got off like free, because that's all the nerfs. It's just due to cost reduction. Wait, actually that deck change is not at all due to cost reduction. What deck? Are you talking Lulu Jinx with a squirrel? Jinx Echo hurts. Jinx Echo hurts. So the Alawi buffs, why my favorite thing caught a nerf. I should be okay with this. I will in time be okay with that. It's sad, it hurts. I will get over it in time. After you play Glorious Evolution in the Acorn deck, Poro Cannons will be 0 mana anyway. Yeah, but you're talking about a later game play. I don't know, I guess. Sure. Sure. Chat, she no longer is targeted by Alawi. I mean, Quietus, she is Alawi. Jesus, I know words. I'm so good at words. I think they were very accurate with the real buff might be that Quietus doesn't kill her. Like, that's just huge. That's just absolutely huge. And then I just like the cheeky little +1 power. I love it. I love it. I love it. What are you missing? You just got here? I'm going over the patch notes that the devs did a stream about yesterday. If you would like to see all the pictures of the slides that the devs went over, that you can click that link. I just finished the nerfs and we're gonna go over all the buffs. 4 mana 2/6 is quite a decent bit of stats. Isn't it wonderful? And then she just grows to whatever your tentacle is, and then she's just beautiful, and it's fantastic, and she has overwhelm, and I just love her so much. I'm so excited for Alawi. It feels so good. I'm so excited. Hi, Scorpy! Hi! Thank you for the raid! It should be 4 or 5. Hello, thank you for the follow. Guys, that's amazing. How you feel about the patch, Scorpy? Boom. Where did Scorpio bring me? Hi, Nagata. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I hope you go eat something nice and yummy, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Rolly's live. I am, Dan. How are you? Swain is 5 mana. 3/6. Yeah, but like... Swain should be like 1/6. I'm sorry. I'm a little jaded against him. I love this though. I honestly, this is the really important part. The +1 power is just like nice. It's just nice. This one, I've honestly never played this card. I enjoy my Alawi decks, and I've never played this card. But it now spawns on summon, which for an 8 cost sounds really nice. I like that. Little quality change. I like this a lot. The stats of it stay the same. It's just round start and summon. More tentacles. Yay. Love it. You guys see that? You guys see that right there? Simply smashing. Little 3-cost tentacle smash. I love it. It's fantastic. I love this. Give me more. This says -1 cost. Sorry. I don't know if you could see it. This says -1 cost, and then like in black text that says health right there. I don't know why. It's so tiny though. But I love this. This I can't express. This just feels really good. This just feels really good. Like the 4 cost, it didn't feel good after its other nerf. But 3 cost for 2 for a 2/2 strike, which you probably already have more than 1 tentacle. You know, it's nice. I like this. I love the changes to Alawi. And then you see this and you're like, okay, fine. I guess this being focus is fine. Moving forward into some forge buffs. The first one being Ornn. It says okay. I'm just gonna ignore the little black text that shouldn't be there. But this is nice. Little love to Ornn. +1/+1. I think the dev was saying that you just need to get an equipment with 1 attack for him to level, and then, you know, instead of like taking turns, it just feels more impactful. It's nice. Tissue. Oh, we'll see if the devs saw the feedback. We'll see, huh? I personally, I don't know. I don't mind. I never really played this card, but this one, going to 2/3, feels really good for it. It felt weird at a 1/4. I was like, it does no damage, but I mean, I guess it chumps a couple of hits, but like, I like the change. I like the change. I like this quite a lot. She feels more like impactful and nice, and you get a time and dedication when you play her. It's nice. This one, I never really played, so Is the +1 health that much impactful? I don't know. I'm sure other people will enjoy it when you can actually forge the ally when you equip it. I feel like equipment has just changed to Aatrox, that both these forge just kind of got left behind when Aatrox came into the picture. Where was the stat change? I really like this change. Now you forge an ally twice, you heal it, and you heal your Nexus 3. And it lost 1 power. I'm fine with it being 4/5. It's fine. That's totally fine. It doesn't need to be a 5/5. The forge twice is so good. It's so good. I like this. It gives a little more incentive to play him. Nexus heal, ally heal, forging. is very nice. I think all of the Forge buffs. I think all the Forge buffs I'm really happy with, actually. To be honest, I would say so. Minor champ upgrades. I was like, I don't remember going through these. I think I was kind of not really watching the stream at this point. I was really excited. I was also eating at the same time while watching the stream, but it, like, them going over it was so nice. Maokai with another power. That's so random. Kind of. I love that Quietus can't target him. I love that he's a little further away from Quietus. The 2 attack is interesting. I feel like I still don't want to swing with my Maokai. But, like, if I need to block or something, this feels a lot better than the one attack. He blocks Fearsome on level. True, he does, because he goes to 3-5. He does block Fearsome on level. Sarah, your mind scares me. Just realized now how OP quiet how OP it was, because we're putting it in the ground, chat. Actually, no, Quiet still has some uses. This feels nice. I was looking at all the champions the other day, going over like what keyword each champion has and who has the most keywords, or what keyword has the most champs like attributed to it. And I looked at this and I was like, oh, Jax doesn't get overwhelm. I was like, okay, when he levels, I'm like, no, he still doesn't have overwhelm. Like, you break his equipment, he has nothing. Can't quiet it. You cannot quiet his Kane. You have to damage Kane and then you can, but yeah. So this is nice. Also, the dev did note with this one that the equipment still has overwhelm. So if you move his equipment to something else, or your Jax just gets killed and you have that equipment still has overwhelm. It's not removed from that. It just, I think it was when he levels, Light of Acacia gets overwhelm. So that stays on with the equipment. It does nothing for Jax, but if something happens, you still get it. Which is nice. I like that. I think this is like a good feeling of how Jax should be. And then what like everybody's asked for was like, why do these not have the subtype Weapon Master? You know? So they've finally gotten that, which means you can play them in your Jax decks without being limited into the Demacia region. It doesn't get it after he levels now. Oh, it just is like base. That would make sense. Base overwhelm. Cool. So the equipment has overwhelm just from the rip. I don't remember. They said something. What was it? I don't remember their explanation. Something about how you build decks, and then they decided to add the subtext with it. Dun, dun, dun. This is... So it's level 2, they both get equipment. I mean, overwhelm. Overwhelming with any equipment. Interesting. Okay. Tristana, impact. She still dies to Quietus. Fish fight is huge. Fish fight is absolutely huge. Absolutely. The impact doesn't feel weird. Doesn't feel very impactful. I don't know. I guess she starts with 1 and then level 2. She just gains more. The patch is live Wednesday the 8th. So today's like patch notes, tomorrow will be the patch. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel. I haven't played Rise too much, but like when I did, it was like, oh, if I had the one more mana, if I had one more. So it refilling all. I don't know how I feel about this. Bert, thank you for the 16 months. This is not that impactful to me. Oh yeah, Tristana. Tristana apparently has the lowest play rate of any champion. That's what they said yesterday. And they gave her base impact. I wonder if they're scared of her like scaling too much with her level 2 being +1 and then impact scaling. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. This one will be interesting. Are you guys gonna play Rise decks more? Rise will still be... I'm not jumping to play Rise, but the fact that it's all spell mana and the little bit that I did play, it was like, if I had one more mana, it'd be nice. I think those of us who are Rise copium will enjoy this and enjoy the one more granted mana that it brings. This one was just so random. Shadow shift to 1 cost. No, to 2 costs. -1 cost, sorry. I can't speak. I can't speak. It felt like, out of all the things, this felt like the most like out of left field to me. It just, out of all the things, it was just very, very, it was out of left field. I don't know. I'm also not itching to go play this one. I don't know. I like what I like, and it's just, it's just. This is a who asked change, but Zed can have it. No. I don't think I was around for. I wasn't around Runeterra with Aphelios being like meta. Whatever Aphelios meta there was. Like I kind of know of Aphelios Veiled Temple, but like not really. Veiled Temple, my bad. A dark time. Buff for Kennen, Sarah? Ooh. Ooh, this is now card Sarah can roll. Stop it! Banned. The buff for Kennen is fine. That's fine. Kennen can have that. Sarah. Puts this card more in line with it. With other interaction like Nopify. Sarah's too good now, chat. Sarah's too good. You can't kill her instantly with Quietus. Not that I ever could, because they always had some random buff for her. But you know, it's fine. Or a recall. They always had some random something that I just gave up on trying to Quietus. Sarah, it was like trying to Quietus Fizz. Like, you just don't do it. You just don't do it. This, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Chat. I love this. I love this so much. Kenneth? Was it really? So tough does not affect what Quietus can and can't target. But the fact that she is a total of 5 is so nice. It's so nice. I love her. I love this for her. It's just the quality of life that we needed. It's just the quality of life that we needed. And then this Advanced Frozen Thrall 2 is specifically to the one that she summons. No other one. It's not all of them. It's not the ones that are already on board. It's only to the one that she summons. Yeah. They said yesterday, somebody asked if it will do another one if you burn the one that she summons, and it won't. It will only do the discount 2 to the one that, or the advance 2, whatever. The advancement to the one that she summons. I don't know what I hit, but okay, sorry. This kind of scares me. This kind of scares me. This is the deck quest meaning is that like it could be any key throughout the game that like adds to this. I don't think I explained that very well. Instead of the one specific Yi needing to see it, it could be all of them. The first Yi's always died anyway. I've never seen... I've seen him level up a few times. And he's just... This will be interesting. This is like a fine balance of like... Is this gonna be too good? Because it's still only 12. It didn't go up at all. It was just... We'll see. We'll see. In greedy control piles. Oh. We'll see. Shavana also changed to a deck quest instead of having to see it. And she got a spell discount? I don't like that. A lot of people were upset and a lot of people had mixed emotions about this one. I don't know how I feel. Because in some instances, it'll be fine. And in other instances, you kind of delayed her. Because they added, she's no longer 12, it's 16 damage. Yeah, 4 more damage. That went up. It's harder to deny her. Yeah. No emotions. Boom. Everything is fixed. I will like to see how this like plays out. How this works. Because at the moment, the 4 seems like a lot, but then also, like, if you can get rolling with the dragons, it's 16. If you can get rolling with them, it's kind of nice, you know? She's always been kind of a tempo, right? Right? We'll see. We'll see how that plays out with her. Champion discount bin! Woo! Kale costs 1 less. And because of that, her stats have been adjusted. Also, huge part of this is her summon buff also now hits her. The, when I'm summoned, grant allies +1 now targets herself. This torments me. And can't die to Quietus. There you go. Bro, the Quietus aspect is huge. I'm just still so happy. I think I'll be happy about Quietus forever. Forever. Mana 5 Kale is crazy. I think, when I was talking earlier about how we'll see a shift away from Aatrox, maybe it'll go over to, like, we'll be seeing Alawi Kale decks and some Jacks. Sarah, you just hate the rest of them? If they're a 5-mana champ, it's just sad. Kale Viego. Kale everything. Kale is moving into the meta, chat. I really like the 1 cost. I'm kind of timid about. I like that the stats got adjusted because of it, but the part about this that I really like is that she buffs herself on thing. That kind of just negates the adjusted stats. I mean, not really the power, I mean the health, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This one felt weird as well, like out of left field. Like, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. So they've lowered his stats, but he's now a 1-drop. Lucian is a 1-drop. That's interesting. They nerfed Lucian for some reason. He's a 1-drop, but he has 1 health. He dies to Quietus now, because he didn't, he did before, didn't he? No, he didn't. Did he? I don't even remember what he was before. What was his base stats? Big Path buff. Oh, I've never played with Lucian in Path. Interesting. 3-2. So he wasn't a target for Quietus at all, and now he is. Bwahaha! Lucian, Annie? Get out of here with Annie. Nobody... No! Going into random buffs. Hello? Help? Giving SI a little hate. Hate damage, hate spike is up to 3 damage. Got +1 damage. This, I'm timid. I'm timid about this. Yeah, you're killing an ally, sure, you get +1, it's 3 damage, but you're also getting a random husk too. I didn't like when hate spike was everywhere, and now it's just more damage. This scares me. So you could set up hapless on one. How's Ari ever going to play the game with this? How a lot of things. How a lot of things. I know Quietus has been adjusted, but you hate spike something and then you can put it into Quietus range. Like all our 4 champs that were happy about Quietus changing just take a bit of damage to their health and then they're right back into Quietus range. I know people are really unhappy with Quietus and they're like, I don't want to do 2 cards to make it work. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry your 1 mana card doesn't kill everything in its way now. Yes, you have to work for it again. It's fine. Not again, but like now you have to work for it. It's the same region as Quietus. They pair pretty well. It's only a problem for the next month. They pair rather well. This one, I never liked the card previously. I never liked the deal 7 to a follower. It just made me sick. I didn't like the 7 damage for 4 mana. And now it's only deal 4. So our big beefy followers don't have to fear for anything anymore. I think this card is worse now. Is this supposed to be only buffs? Oh, it does say random buffs. Yeah, I feel like this is a nerf. Like, yeah, you went down in cost, but you went down in 3 damage as well. Better Black Spear. Yeah. Hi, Corey. You have Mystic Shot already? It's fast speed. Mystic Shot only deals 2 though. Wait, what? You have Mystic Shot already and it's fast speed. This deals 4 to followers. I mean, I guess champions. The champion was always 2 though. Was it not? It was always 2. The champion one always felt bad, but it was just like, delete whatever follower you want. Delete it. It should be 3 to champs and 7 to followers for 4 mana. Nah. Let's leave it at 4 to followers. That's fine. That's fine. -1 cost. -1 cost. When they were doing the stream last night, they said that they tried doing round start without flow. I would like to be a part of that testing. I would like to have been part of that testing to get like, just round start, get the elusive. That would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. Dragon Collar's good now. That would be broken. Without flow, that would be broken. The -1 cost is nice. What's it hitting? Everybody who wants to play the elusive dragons. Nobody even main. I've seen that card. I have seen this card too much, and I've only ever seen it to kill some like heavy health follower I have. This has never done any, like they've never used it on my champion. I don't want 7 damage to my unit. Official patch notes are out right now? Thank you. Wait, is there more? Is it different? Is there bonus from the stream that we got yesterday? Increased base damage. This one just fell out of left field as well. This is just... I don't know how I feel about this. I probably won't play him. But sure. Feel free. Chat! We're getting 2 new cards! We're getting 2 new cards! I did not expect this. I was not prepared for this. And the first card terrifies me. SI just terrifies me. I was talking a bit about this. So, okay, sorry. It's 3 mana, slow speed, SI region. You kill an ally to summon 2 ephemeral copies of it. That's a Zomnivia buff. This is terrifying. This card with tie bulk, this card with Scion, this card with... What did you do, Sarah? Sarah, it was like ramping mana. It just... Why is this the card shape of a fast? Oh, probably just an error. Am I tripping? I don't recall the difference. This card scares me though. Hunting Boar. Ah, yeah, there you go. There you go. Hunting Boar plus this is 5 mana ramp 3. This is... And then there's like... Think about all the little niche things that we haven't even thought about. Think about it's just... slower, more square. They probably just put it in the wrong template. Or maybe they were playing out with it being fast and then they changed it before the thing. Scion was the first one I started. Bro, that's just, I don't like that. I don't like it. The capability to rally, to have 4 attacks with Scion. Sure, fine, you know. All right. Imagine this with Trendmere. Ew. Wait. Don't do this. This with Trundle to get 2 more pillars? No. Trendmere. Trendmere, Scion. Trendemere's team. Meme team. I am terrified of the memes. I'm terrified of the memes. Or Senna Lucian? Just kill your Lucian, kill your Senna for instant. Ay ay ay. Fear SI. SI scares me. SI scares me. I like how the one that's like splitting off is like this is just a nice normal hand. This one is like claws and like more unfed. Yes, the hand is unfed. You can also drop it on Hecarim. Hecarim won't scale though. At least. Bro. Kill all followers? 7. What? Huh? 7 costs Shurima. Sometimes you're drawn to the light, sometimes it's drawn to you. Kill all Where was this? Where was this? Oh, it's 2 ephemeral Hecarims. Sarah, stop! Stop it! I'm sorry, I ignored the ephemeral part completely. Oh my god. Sarah just scares me. Sarah scares me. Sarah makes me scared of the card. More than anything else. Ain't nothing the gate can't fix or deny. Yeah, but like... just use this against Aatrox. Kill all the... He plays World Ender, you just kill all the followers. You have a Aatrox to deal with, but you just... This is... I usually don't typically run denies or rights, so this is kind of, This is... I've banked mana turn 1 and turn 2. I played something turn 3, and then turn 4. Let me kill your whole pirate aggro dream. Like, just... Your poor army will... Or you play something turn 1, turn 2, and then bank mana turn 3, and then turn 4. Let me just wipe your board. I don't like this. This scares me. This terrifies me. Gnosis Kindred is dancing. Oh my god. I'm scared. I'm scared of this. If that deals with Jinx, I'm happy. You know what's funny? Is you play this and then Echo just revives everything you just killed. It's not a solution. You're not even thinking about how much the single card will add value to Gnosis. Your opponent is 6 wide. That's 6/6 to Gnosis. It insta levels Thresh. Chat, I don't want to think about these things. The 2 new cards scare me.